So many times I saw him brave furious storms.
There's a strange dichotomy at the heart of Die with Glory. Half of it is presented in gorgeous black and white, essentially telling the story of your life of valor and adventure as a Viking. The game is far more cartoony in its outlook, and it's here that the meat of the experience lies. And sometimes, these two distinct parts don't really gel together, leaving you longing for more stoic adventure than the cutscenes actually offer. In fact, there's a problem that bounces through everything you do, and that is one of clarity. While the game looks lovely, there are times when you're not really sure what you're doing, or for that matter, why you're doing it. The main gameplay mechanics here are about dying with glory, or at least trying to. Basically, the game is cut into bite-sized point-and-click adventures. There are puzzles to figure out, and dialogue choices to make. To give you a flavour of things, the very first level involves finding an axe so you can chop down a tree to use as a bridge. There's also a floating skull, and an evil red knight. But from there, things get a bit confusing. After the first challenge, you're friends with the red knight, or you're not, depending on some choices you make in a tavern. A tavern you get to after you've apparently died. From there, you tell more stories of your daring do. There's a problem with the writing throughout most of the game, and it obfuscates everything you're trying to do. And there's that sense that you're always playing catch-up, trying to figure out the right course of action, or just work out where you're supposed to go. And it's a shame, because the puzzles at the heart of the experience are actually really smart. There are some fiddly action sequences as well, but they'd be easier to look past if you could just figure out what you were supposed to be up to. The game part of Die with Glory is not bad, but it feels like it could have done with an editor. While we're all for games that don't hold your hand, this is one that seems to be trying to grab your digits and then failing at the last second. There are definitely some good bits here, but too often you'll find yourself scratching your head as to what just happened. And in a game where narrative is so important, that's really not great. If you don't mind a bit of confusion and being left to your own devices, by all means, pick it up. But just be prepared for a bit of frustration as you try and figure out how and why you're moving from excellent puzzle to puzzle.